Hello everybody, so today we are doing 0-3 practice. So for the first problem, I want you to go ahead and tell me what you got as the answer, and then we're going to check it together. Okay, so for this one, we should have gotten n equals 0. So let's double check how I got that. Okay, so the very first thing is I went ahead and combined like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and write what I did on the side. So I combined like terms. My two like terms are this piece and this piece. So I have -3 equals 6n. 3 minus 6 is -3. Then I added. So I'm going to go ahead and write down I added. So plus 3. Here I'm going to go ahead and draw this line. Plus 3. So that gives me 0 equals 6n. Then I divided. So I'm going to write it over here. N equals 0. So division. Okay, so that's how you do the first one. Let's go ahead and try the second one. And go ahead and write what steps you're doing. So at the end, write down what you did or what your answer is, and then tell me each step that you went through. Okay, so we should have gotten x equals -3, and we should have said that we combine like terms, and we did division. So let's go ahead and double check that that actually works. So, okay, very first thing, combine like terms. Yeah, I have two x's, so -1 minus 5 is -6x equals 18. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line. Then division. So I'm going to divide both these by -6. How did I know it was division? I knew because -6 with an x behind it just means these two things are being multiplied together. Okay, go ahead and try the next one. So tell me what steps you did and tell me what the final answer is. Okay, so you should have said that a equaled 1, and your steps were combine like terms, subtract, and divide. So let's go ahead and double check that that works. So, very first thing that I notice is I have two things with a, so I'm going to go ahead and add those together. So I have 1, -2 plus 4 is positive 2a equals 3. Then we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. So we have 2a equals 2. And then we are going to divide both of these by 2. So a equals 1. Perfect. Okay. Next one. Go ahead and try this one out. Okay, so we should have gotten 6 equals a. And then we combined like terms and we divided. So let's double check that that worked. So looking at this, -3a plus 5a, that's 2a equals 12. I'll go ahead and draw a line through my equal signs. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So we have 6 equals a. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this next one. So tell me what you get and tell me the steps that you did. Okay, so we should have gotten a equals -2, and we distributed, we combined like terms, we added, and we divided. So let's go ahead and see how that worked. So very first thing, I want to distribute because I have parentheses, so I'm going to distribute this 8 to both of these. So I have -8a minus 64 plus 3a equals -40 plus 7a. Now I can combine like terms. Combine like terms one more time just means we are putting together things that look the same on the same side of the equal sign. So -8 and 5 or 3, that is -5a minus 64 equals -40 plus 7a. Okay, then we added. So I always want to get where my variable is positive. So I'm going to add 5a to both sides, and I'm going to add 40 to both sides. So that's going to give me negative 24 equals 7 plus 5 is 12a. Last part, we're going to divide both sides by 12. So a equals negative 2. Perfect. Okay, next problem. Go ahead and tell me what that equals and what steps you went through. Okay, so we should have gotten a equals 0, and we distributed, we added, we subtracted, and we divided. So let's double check how that works. So, very first thing, we're going to distribute these because there are parentheses. So we have negative 3a plus 35 equals negative 56a plus 35. Cool. Then I went ahead and added the 56 to both sides, just because I wanted to get a positive answer at the end. So now I have 53a plus 35 equals 35. Then I subtracted the 35 that was right here, so I'm subtracting this one. So that's telling me I have 53a equals 0. And then I divided both sides by 53. So a equals 0. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and try this next one. Okay, so we should have gotten r equals 6, and we distributed, we subtracted, and we divided. So let's double check how that works. Looking at this, very first thing, I have parentheses, so I want to distribute that out. So 4 times 1, 4 times 3r. So I have 4 plus 12r equals 6r plus 40. Then I subtracted my 6r from both sides, and I subtracted my 4 from both sides. So I went ahead and did that all in one step. So these cancel, these cancel. That is 36 equals 6r. Okay. Then I want to get r by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So r equals 6, which is what I said I should have gotten. Cool. Good. Next one. Go ahead and try this one out. Okay, so we should have gotten negative 17 equals x. So let's double check how that works. Very first thing, we are going to distribute the 10 and the 4. So we have negative 10x plus 4 times 3 is 12x. 4 times 9 is negative 36 equals 10x plus 10 times 10 is 100. Then we combine like terms. So negative 10x plus 12x is 2x minus 36 equals 10x plus 100. Then we're going to subtract. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Here, let me draw this line. Minus 100, because I want to get x as far away from everything else as I can. So that's going to give me negative 136 equals 8x. Last part, I'm going to divide both sides by 8, so x equals negative 17. Okay, cool, good. Last two, we're so close to being done. Okay, go ahead and try this one out. Okay, we should have gotten 0 equals b, and we distributed, we added, and we divided. So let's double check that we got this one the right way. So distributing both of the 8's, so we have negative 8 minus 72b equals negative 8b minus 8. Then we are going to add the 72b to both sides. And we're going to go ahead and add this 8 to both sides. So this is a 0 equals 64b. And then the last part, we're going to divide both sides by 64. 0 divided by 64 is 0. So 0 equals b. Great. Okay. Very last problem. We are so close. Okay, try this one out. Okay, so we should have gotten x equals negative 1, and we distributed, we combined our like terms, we subtracted, we added, and we divided. Let's double check. So very first thing, I look at everything that has parentheses and I want to distribute it. So I have 5x plus 15 plus 3x minus 24 equals 10x minus 2 plus 5x. Now we're going to combine like terms. So on the left side, we have 10x and 5x. So that is 15x minus 2 equals, on the right side, we have 5x and 3x. So that's 8x. 15 and negative 24 is negative 9. And then we're going to look at this. We're going to subtract the 8x from both sides. So that's going to give me 7x minus 2 equals negative 9. And then we're going to add the 2 to both sides. The reason why I didn't do both of those at the exact same time was because I had to do 2 different powers, so I didn't see the point in doing that. So now we have 7x equals negative 7. Then we divide both sides by 7, so x equals negative 1. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Okay, if you have any questions on this, please feel free to send me an email about it or come on to our class meets. Besides that, tomorrow we are going over 04. Have a great rest of your day.